So yes, we're going to make this cabbage and salmon dish. It's a sheet pan dish. You may have heard of like sheet pan dishes. Essentially, what it means is one pan, one pot, less mess. So happy days, right? What we're going to do is cook everything on the sheet pan. The cabbage here is what we're going to start with. A little bit of parchment again on the sheet pan. You can use any cabbage. Here, this is a flat cabbage, so it looks like a green cabbage, but just kind of like squished a little bit, so it's a little bit thinner. You can use a Napa cabbage, red, purple, whatever you like. Cut it and wash it, and what I like to do is leave it in big chunks like this. And if we really want to promote some of that caramelization with the roasting. Okay, so I want color with the cabbage. Okay, so big chunks. If there's a big piece of the core, you can remove that. We'll season this. So a little bit of olive oil, and you can get into those layers. The cabbage really likes the olive oil, just like us.
Just like us. And healthy fats are also part of brain health, so we're good here with the olive oil.
Yeah. So
we got olive oil, omega-3 fatty acids going on.
A little salt, little pepper, and again, you can go wild with the seasoning. We'll flip it, so we'll do both sides.
I'm still looking at how pretty it is.
The cabbage.
The cabbage.
It is. Like, it's such a
you don't think
humble
of it.
ingredient.
Yeah, you don't think of cabbage as being pretty. I know you're laughing at me. It actually does look pretty.
This is our love.
I guess that's why we're chefs and dietitians up here.
Everyone else is like, you guys are weirdos. All right. Cabbage, flipped, a little bit more olive oil. A little salt and pepper on this side. So I'm just, again, seasoning both sides. Just so that you have an even bite throughout. And then we're going to put this into the oven, 450 degrees. So a little bit hotter. But again, I want to get the cabbage starting to wilt a little bit, but also a little bit of charring on the outside. Okay, so 450. Have it preheated. This goes in, and while this is roasting, we can start our sauce, okay, or our glaze. So in our pan, we're going to add. Now the sauce is going to be honey and garlic. Those are.
Attention please. Code blue. Norman Park
Pause for a
13th
moment.
floor, room 1279. Code blue. Norman Park Building, 13th floor, liver clinic, room 1379. Code blue. Norman Park Building,
I guess they would
13th floor, liver clinic, room 1379.
A little hospital announcement pause for those watching at home. All right, for our sauce, we're going to start off with some water, about a quarter cup to a half cup. And again, we can sort of play around with it depending. If I need a little bit more, then I'll add a little bit more. As much garlic as you love. I've got 4 cloves. You can go less, you can go more. Just grated or minced in here. A little bit of smoked paprika. Mm-hmm. I like that red color. We were playing around with this yesterday.
I put a little too much smoked paprika in my fish, but it was good.
It was good, and
it was really good.
Yeah. If you like it spicier, you can use chili powder. So instead, right? If you want that red color. But the smoked paprika, what's really nice about it is you don't get the heat. If you're not a big fan of spicy, you don't get the heat, but you get this really nice sort of smoky, sort of barbecue flavor, which is really nice. So a little bit of smoked paprika is going to go in there. And then some honey. So I'm going about 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey. And we can sort of taste and adjust as we need to for the lack of measuring doing. But it's just
it's the Jeremy measure.
One of those recipes.
But I guess that you're also saving on washing all those measuring
Absolutely.
spoons. Yeah.
About a tablespoon of soy sauce. if we're getting that salty, we're getting that sweet, that balance. And then you can add a little bit of lime. I'm using both parts of the lime, so a little bit of the zest on the outside. We're gonna throw that in.
I wondered what that was.
Yeah, just the outside, the zest. So you're gonna get a lot of those essential oils from the lime, which are great to cook with at this point, because I want to bring this to a boil and then simmer it. So like 5 minutes this should take. The juice I don't want to add right away, the lime juice, because I'll sort of destroy a lot of that freshness if I cook it. So we're going to leave that right to the end there. Okay, so give it a little stir. Bring it up to a boil, reduce to a simmer, and what you'll get is something like this. I already used some of it. It won't reduce this much, but I already used some of it. I don't know if you can see on
So
there.
it's a little bit thicker, is it?
Yeah, so a little bit thicker.
Like
Should be runny. Not as thick as like a honey,
less, okay.
but thicker than like
Like a nectar.
almost in between. Yeah, like a nectar thick. There you go. Right? But we have those little pieces of the lime zest, the garlic, very aromatic, but you have that sweet, you have that savory, you have that sour, you have that tartness, right? So at the end, we'll add the lime juice to that just to get that consistency. So that's our glaze. This would be good on anything. Again, you can put this on grilled vegetables, fish, chicken. It's really, really nice.
Really smell the garlic.
So the cabbage is in the oven, right? We're gonna let that go 10 to 15 minutes at 450, just until we get that color that we're looking for. So, color that we're looking for.
Pretty.
And is a little hot. So that is what I'm talking about for color. Okay. So a little bit. So the leaves or the petals will sort of open up a little bit. You get a little bit of that charring on the outside, and so at this point it's cooked about 60% of the way, and then I'll cook the rest of the way with the fish. If I would have put it all in at the same time, the cabbage would be undercooked.
Yeah.
This would be a little too tough, right? So at this point, we can put the fish on top. Now for fatty fish, that's the key here, right?
Yes. Fatty fish, because of the omega-3 fatty acids. Yeah. So, I mean, it could be salmon, it could be trout, mackerel. Would you do mackerel? Sardines? That might not work here.
Yeah, I mean, they might be a little small.
Yeah, little tiny
tiny.
sardines.
Arctic char would be another
Arctic
one.
char.
So this is steelhead trout.
Okay.
I know that my recipe says salmon. I love using and it's very interchangeable, very, very similar flavor profile. It's just a slightly smaller fish. And again, one sheet pan dish. So we're just gonna put it in between the cabbage there. And then take that glaze,
Nice.
the ginger, or not the ginger. You could put ginger in this.
Yeah,
And
ginger
we're just-
would probably be nice on there too.
Yeah, we're just gonna pour it right over top.
This is super easy.
That fish.
Smells
Yeah,
good.
so
You
you
can
start
go
to
all
smell.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a little bit more, maybe you can
Oh, put it on the cabbage as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
why
pour
not?
it over. Right on top. And that bit of smoke paprika is going to give this a really nice red color, this deep red color.
Are you getting hungry? Smells good.
Correct. So, and again, this could be coated fish for today's recipe because we're talking brain health, but this could be even tofu, you can have some
Okay.
chicken, right? You can sort of swap it, different proteins in there.
Yeah, I could see it with chicken. Yeah, sure.
That goes back into the oven. What I would do is reduce the heat now from 450 to about 425. I don't have to be too aggressive with the fish. And we're going to cook about 10 to 12 minutes just until the fish flakes apart really easily, depending on the thickness, okay? General rule of thumb is 10 to 15 minutes per inch thickness of fish, okay? So that's going to go back in.
Just something else that I came across in the research, again, on brain health was there was a 2024 study, and it was looking at the association of fruits and vegetables and in cognitive function and cognitive decline. Now, they were looking at people over the age of 50, so they were looking at aging as well. But I think we can translate a lot of this research and the findings to help us understand brain fog that's cancer-related. And that's why we incorporated the cabbage, because they talked about cruciferous vegetables being key, green leafy vegetables being key, and your red and yellow vegetables being key. So we have the red vegetables, we had the red pepper in our previous recipe. So these are just some vegetables to consider. And again, it just reinforces making our plate, our healthy plate, mostly fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. All right, so this is what we have here.
Pretty.
Again, you're going to get a little more caramelization happening because of the honey from the sauce, on top. But that's pretty much it. Now you can chop up the cabbage if you like, or if you're serving it per person, like in a dish, take a big chunk of that cabbage right on top. Take a nice piece of salmon right on top of there. If we have any extra of that sauce, residual sauce, just right on top. And you could probably smell it here. If you're watching online, I am sorry, but you're laughing like it yourself. Alright, some of that extra sauce. And then on top, I had extra pistachios that I wanted to use. You can throw other nuts, you can throw green onions. But again, just playing around with the texture a little bit and the healthy fats.
And the healthy fats, I was just thinking that was perfect. Perfect.
And here we go. So, our roasted cabbage, one sheet. And then
that got a clap here.